What's going on, guys? It's Gus, and today we're going to be checking out Razer Small Ergo Mouse, the Deathadder V2 Mini. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button to show support, and if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. It'll really help us out. With that being said, let's begin. First, let's go over the specs real quick. The dimensions of the Deathadder V2 are 114.2mm long, 65.4mm wide, and 38.5mm high. Now the shape is an awkward one rather than a good one if I'm being honest, and we'll get into that and any other details later on the vid. It uses Razer's 8500 DPI optical sensor, which didn't give me any game-breaking issues, but as we all know, it does have some high lift-off distance, which can be an issue for you. It has PTFE feet, good stock feet in my opinion, pretty smooth. Still has that horrible cable the Viper Mini has, nothing like an actual paracord. It uses Razer's optical switches that feel and sound better than those in the more expensive Razer Viper and Viper Ultimate. On the side, it has pretty big side buttons that are easy to hit, no complaints. Here's a quick sound test. In the box, we get some grips, which save this mouse from getting totally wrecked on this review. I highly recommend putting these on as soon as you get the mouse for a better experience, because without them, this mouse just feels slippery and weird to hold. But enough about the specs, now let's get into the good part. My experience with the mouse. My experience with Deathadder V2 was okay, and I say okay just because I was able to play with it, not very well, but I was able to. Only after having applied those grips though, huge save. The Deathadder V2 Mini just feel weird and awkward to hold without them. I just couldn't get a good grip the whole time, but when I applied the grip skins, it made my experience much more enjoyable. Well, I was able to use it. I was using it for 2 weeks straight, and as time went on, I just got annoyed by it. I just couldn't play as well as I did when using the Viper Mini. In fact, I did better overall the second one from the Deathadder Mini to the Viper Mini. The shape on the Viper Mini is just so damn good for the price. As mentioned before, the sensor does have some high lift-off distance, but it wasn't that big of an issue for me. My brother Carlos, on the other hand, just straight up hated it. All that being said, Razer is currently looking to improve the lift-off distance with an update currently in the works. You can read about it down below. But what was the most annoying thing out of all of this? It was actually having to remove the feet in order to paracord it. Now, why is this annoying? Because they went backwards in their design. I didn't have to remove the Viper Mini's feet to paracord it. The screws were located underneath the serial number sticker, as opposed to the feet, saving me a few bucks and time during the paracording process. In order to paracord the Deathadder V2, I have to remove the feet, and that is annoying. That to me was the cherry on top. This mouse failed in pretty much every department. I just feel like Razer could have done a much better job when designing the mouse. I mean, the Viper Mini isn't just a tiny version of the Razer Viper. It's different. The Viper Mini is shorter in length and has a taller hump in the back, making it usable for claw, fingertip, and palm users depending on your hand size. I don't have a Deathadder V2 to compare with the Mini, but just by feeling one a few years back in Best Buy, I can tell you that the shape on a normal sized Deathadder is way better. This to me feels like they took the Deathadder V2 and just made it smaller. They didn't try to change the shape in any way that will make it feel comfortable for most people. It's just a smaller version of a Deathadder, and that's just unfortunate because I thought I would like it. The idea sounds great, but actually using the Deathadder V2 Mini tells a different story. Honestly, I'm glad I'm done using it. I got annoyed by it really quick, and that's unfortunate for Razer because they have been releasing some awesome products over the past few months, but this one just isn't that great. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to hit that bell to get notified when we upload. This is Gus from Hardware Unplugged, and I will catch you on the next one. Later, guys.